Hey everyone, my name is Richard, and on this channel I try to give tips, tricks, advice, and how-tos on travel and outdoor content, and in today's video we're taking a look at summer hiking. Now that the weather is warming up and we're all wanting to get outside, there are some good things to consider to make sure that you have a comfortable, safe, and fun adventure. And today we're going to be talking about what to pack for warm weather hiking. And the first thing we're going to put on the list is water. If you forget anything from this list, please do not let it be water. Pretty much everything I can find on the internet, from personal blogs to major outdoor publications, suggest that you should drink at least a half liter of water per hour of hike. Now keep in mind, these recommendations are based off of moderate exercise in temperate conditions. So depending on how hard you're working or how hot it is, you might want to bring more. I'm sure that most of you want nice ice cold water to drink on a hot day, and for that you can always take an insulated water bottle like this one from Hydro Flask, but you can also find them from companies like Clean Canteen and Yeti. But if you want your pack to be a little bit lighter, then I would suggest going with a plastic water bottle. You can always get a single-use plastic water bottle, but of course I would suggest getting a reusable one like this one from Nalgene. Stickers not included. Also, if your hiking pack is designed for it, I would suggest investing in a water bladder. These are great for those of you who are doing longer hikes, so you don't have to worry about running out or refilling. If you are worried about refilling, then I would suggest investing in a water filter, whether it's a water bottle with a built-in filter like those from Grail or Brita, or an attachable water filter like the models from Sawyer. Being able to filter water on the go can be a lifesaver. It also means that you don't have to carry as much water in with you. Just remember to take your water from moving sources such as streams and rivers, not still water from lakes and ponds. The next two items are going to be sunscreen and bug repellent. Now, even if you're wearing sun protective clothing, you should still be applying sunscreen to where the clothing doesn't cover. You should also be applying it at the beginning of your hike as well as intermittently throughout the day, because sunscreen only lasts for about 2 hours. This is especially important if you are starting your hike under cloud cover or in rain, but you hit sunlight later on the trail. Bug spray works the same way. Apply it before you start, but also bring it with you to reapply as needed. Thankfully, bug spray does last longer than sunscreen, so you won't have to apply it as often. For the most effective bug sprays, look for those that contain either DEET or picaridin, which are both safe on the skin and effective against most bugs. And if you're looking for a more natural product, I recommend looking for lemon eucalyptus based repellents. And because your lips can get sunburned too, I would also recommend bringing chapstick. The next items are our favorite things, snacks. Naturally, everyone gets hungry on the trail, and I always suggest something a little bit salty and a little bit sweet, packed with proteins and healthy fats. Just make sure you don't go too far one way or the other. Sugar is needed to keep your blood sugar levels up as well as keep you energized. Salt acts as an electrolyte and helps moderate how much you sweat. Proteins are needed to rebuild your muscles while you're working them, and good fats are there essentially for fuel. My favorite snack for the trail is trail mix. It has lots of proteins, good fats, and salt from all the nuts, as well as sugars from the chocolates and dried fruits. I also like to have a fresh fruit like bananas, apples, or oranges either on or before the trail, as well as some granola bars or exercise bars to help keep me full. Just remember to pack all of your waste with you and leave nothing behind. The last item that's important to pack is a medical kit. Whether it's a fully packed out, pre-made kit or a homemade kit, it's smart to have some essentials. I always make sure that I have hand sanitizer, some bandages, gauze wrap, and Neosporin. The rest of this list are just suggestions, so you can vary this as little or as much as you want, but the first thing is either my phone, a map, or preferably both. I do like to use apps like AllTrails or even Google Maps, but if I can get a physical map, I prefer to have one of these with me. The good news is even if you have poor signal or you're switched to airplane mode, Google Maps can still pinpoint your location, so you can always follow trails that way. Next is an external charger for your phone. Whether you're using it as a map or a camera to take photos or videos, you don't want your potential rescue device to die on you out there. So having an external charger can be extremely important to bring along. For those of you who might need them, I would also suggest trekking poles. I've only ever used them on a handful of hikes and typically didn't find them very useful for those shorter trips, but if that's something that you might need, then I would definitely suggest bringing them. If you're planning a longer day hike, then I would suggest taking a headlamp with you. Even if you think you're going to have the sun with you for the whole day, having extra light for the beginning or end of your trip can be the difference between a fun outing and a potential survival scenario. And the last thing is, what are you going to pack this all in? Now, there are far too many hiking backpack options to go over now, but what I do want to mention is size. For day hikes, you could probably go with anything as little as 12 liters all the way up to 30 liters, but I typically see anywhere from 18 to 25 as the average. Now, this all depends on how much you need to pack, which is dictated by your personal needs as well as how long you expect to be on the trail. For those of you doing longer day hikes, like 8+ hours, I would suggest looking at bags that are closer to 30 liters. I would also suggest this for people who have to carry items for others, such as children, or if you're a couple that's planning on taking everything in one bag. My last bit of advice for day hikes is to make sure you have some backup items in your car. First, of course, is food and water. I know we all love to have big filling meals after a long hike, but it's good to have a few things to snack on and to replenish yourself with in the car. I would also suggest bringing a change of socks and footwear. Now, even though I have very comfortable hiking shoes, I really like to kick them off after a long day of hiking. So having a fresh pair of socks, comfortable shoes, or even a pair of comfortable sandals can make the drive home much more relaxing. I would even go so far as to suggest a change of shirt or a towel to wipe myself down with, at least something to clean my hands and face with. Essentially, whatever makes your ride home more comfortable. And finally, I would suggest bringing an anti-itch or after-bite cream, because no matter how hard you try, you are going to be bitten. So you might as well have something waiting for you in the car. So that's all I have for you today. I hope this gives you a better idea of what to prepare for day hikes and other summer adventures. If you have any questions or your own suggestions, put them in the comments below. I want to thank you again for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and if you find this content useful, please consider subscribing. And as always, I want to wish you all the best on your next adventure.